Hello Mzansi, senamukela ku Dijo Le Bophelo la kwa SABC 2. Now this is your favorite show. Why? Ngoba this is the only show edila nge-food consciousness nama health issues. Every week sinimeme ukuthi nisibuze noma yini enifuna ukuyazi ngokudla. Bese ke thina siletha ongqondo bethu ukuthi baphendule imibuzo yenu. Namhlanje sikhuluma nge-food poisoning and contamination. Preschool teacher Malebona Maturu uthumele i-video ku Twitter page yethu @Dijo Le Bophelo. Wasibuza a few questions about this topic.
Lebitso ka ke Malebona, ke na le dipotso tse mmalwanyana. Ke batla ho tseba ka hore na food poisoning e bakwa ke eng hantle. Ke dijo tse bodileng, tse senyehileng, kapa ke dijo tse ke ha motho a tshetse chefu dijong.
Sesahamba ke thina sayohlangana noMalebona to learn more about her before simphendula. Ake siboneni.
Lebitso la ka ke Malebona Maturu. Ke na le dilemo tse 29. Ke dula ka Gauteng. Ke rata bana haholo. Ke practitioner mo Hope Early Childhood Development Center. Ke qadile ho sebetsa ka 2009. Re na le bana ba 38. Ba dilemo 0 to 6 years. And se rutwa mo di-creation tse ding hore bana le bothata ba food contamination and poisoning. Ke tlo ke rata ha Dijo Le Bophelo ba ka re thusa hore re tsebe hore na food contamination and poisoning e bakwa ke eng. Le hore re ka ithibela jwang ka hore re phela bana ba bangata.
After the break, we are joined by my favorite chef, Chef Palisa Siabela, who will be answering Malebona's questions. Please join the conversation here too. Ngena ku Twitter uthi @Dijo Le Bophelo or on Facebook Dijo Le Bophelo. Wawang email dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. Siyabuya khona manje after the break. Welcome back. Sisase sonke la ku Dijo Le Bophelo on SABC 2. Namhlanje sikhuluma nge-food poisoning and contamination. Umbuzo wethu ubuya from Malebona Maturu. Ufuna ukwazi ukuthi yini food poisoning and contamination. Upalisa Siabela is a chef and she'll be giving us valuable answers for Malebona's questions. Ake sizwe kabanzi ngoPalisa before siqhubekela phambili. Welcome, Palisa.
Thank you.
Such an honor having you here.
It's my pleasure.
So before the break, we heard from Malebona Maturu, who is a preschool teacher in Gauteng. Was telling that she's been hearing about neighbouring preschools that have been experiencing food poisoning and contamination. So she fears that abantwana bakhe might also be in danger. That's why I asked contacted la ku Dijo Le Bophelo ngoba uyazi ukuthi sizomnceda. Now she's got specific questions that she posted on Twitter page here to #Dijo Le Bophelo, and we'll be answering those questions with our expert Palisa. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you, Kabo?
Love, shall we get to the point? Yini food poisoning and contamination?
Food poisoning is basically the result of food that has bacteria in it that spoils over time. So basically, dijo se di bola. Or ha dijo udiapele, and then you keep them for long, and then you don't cook them, and they grow mold on them. So that's bacteria, mold, or from yeast products, it grows mold. Noma ibasawa, inuga sawa.
Yes.
So that's when you know ukudla sekumoshekile. So food poisoning ukudla kumoshekile.
So it's not what people think. Ngiyazi ama-viewers acanga ukuthi maybe ukudla okupoisoniwe or okufakwe retex nanani, so that's food poisoning. Or they uthole food poisoning bamutheletse.
No, abamutella anything. It's nothing like that.
Okay.
Dijo dinali di bacteria, tsona self.
So dijo se dinali bacteria. So could I buy something that's already got food poisoning?
It doesn't have food poisoning. It has bacteria that is about to spoil the food.
Okay.
The sickness is called food poisoning. Yes.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
So she's got a follow-up question. Let's just check it out here.
Okay.
Potso ya ka ya bobedi kopa ho tseba hore na re ka ithibela jwang haholo ha re phehela bana ba bangata ho tloha polokelong ya dijo ho fihlela re ba phehela.
Do you hear that?
Okay. On the storage part, abantu abaningi bakhohlwa nge-fridge. Yabo, i-fridge has separate, i-fridge ne-freezer, ngithi?
Yes.
So we know i-freezer freezes food.
Yes.
I-fridge keeps food cold.
Yes.
So anama temperatures ahlukile, right?
Yeah.
So your fridge, the temperatures that your fridge should be, maximum 4 degrees Celsius.
Unama.
Serious. And then the minimum, so the coldest it must be, is 0. Then the temperature of your freezer, it's from minus 18 to minus 23.
That's the general.
Yeah, that's the general bracket
Okay.
that the temperature must be at.
Yazi abanye basebenzisa ngiyazi kakhulu balapha emalokishini sebenzisa i-free bizwana
Le square, yeah, le hleli, yeah.
Yeah, so Leo, how does it work? Because
Leyo
Leo
yona
is a fridge
ingcono
and
leyo
it's-
ngoba uyakwazi nokuyi-change it's both vele
Yes.
mawuthenga it's a fridge and a freezer
Yes.
right leyo as long as wena you know ukuthi inyama if ufuna ukuyifreeza angeke uyifake namatamati.
Speaking of inyama,
Okay.
ngicela ukubonisa le nyama le.
Okay.
Ngithila ngayo la. So, nenyama la ngifake efreezeni and ngiyazi ukuthi uzongifakela inini. So, nayi inyama yami. Right. So, manje ngihlala no bake. So, yimi no bake kuphela. So, each time masidla inyama or ngidefrost the whole thing. Bese ngithatha my 2 pieces and then I put the whole thing back. And
Okay.
yeah.
Inkinga lapho ne. First of all nihlala noyi2 so but ngiunderstand ukuthi mawuthenga uyathanda ukuthenga in bulk it's usually cheaper ngithi vele. Inyama mawuyithenga uthenga ngama 2 kg nan. But nge-situation yakho menihlala niyi2 akwazi ukuthatha yonke le tray le uyi-defrost kwi-microwave.
Why?
Ngoba usually what happens is mawuyi-defrosta inyama uzoyibona nini niyavuthwa lana emaceleni ne first of all meaning the meat is already partially cooked. Now you're mixing meat inside that is raw and there's meat that's partially cooked. Bese wena uyiphindisele efrijini. So inyama yakho ayivuthwanga iphekwe emaceleni phakathi ayiphekwanga uyibuyisele efrijini. Now you are encouraging le bacteria ukuthi ikhule enyameni yakho.
So manje uthi ngizokhuluma ukuthi ngize nama ziplock.
Yeah, khipha wona ngizokutshengisa kahle ukuthi wenza kanjani.
Okay.
So usually when you're cooking in small quantities but you have a lot of meat,
Yes.
ne? What I recommend mubuya nje estolo and you know ukuthi ni 2, ne? Let's say ngiya diet. So angeke nidle 2.
Ngeke yo.
Yabo nizodla 1. Yabo? So what you're going to do then is you know ukuthi mesiyidla le nyama we're only going to eat 2 pieces for dinner or
Yes.
whatever the case
Yes.
is. Okay. Bese
Ufuna
so
Na ubambile
nakho-ke uzokhipha zona lezi nizozidla
Okay.
and then you just close that and then you refrigerate that.
Okay, and then
So now this will help in terms of when you cook or when you want to defrost. Uyaphuma ekuseni angithi emsebenzini.
Yes.
You leave this also mini defroster ekhaya. Please note that mu defroster something ungayikhiphi ekuseni uyibeke elangeni.
yes, or ngifake phansi kwesingi ngithela amanzi.
Yeah, ungayenzi leyo nto. Mu defroster something from the freezer. Mele uyifake efrijini. Because it needs to remain cold,
yes.
but not in that cold state that
Yes.
it was in the freezer. Yes,
Okay.
and this is how you keep your food fresh. Also, sometimes defroster sishiye elangeni sibuye ekhaya bese decide ukuthi hayi sesiyatswafa.
Nakho bese sibuyisele
Yes,
efrijini.
bese sibuyisele efrijini. Now do you see it's partially been cooked by the sun?
Yeah.
And then manje so uyayibuyisela. Same thing as uyifake e-microwave yonke. Bese ubuyisele
Okay.
lezi ezinye.
Nawe. So ungincedile kangaka so ngiya understand again.
Okay.
So ngifuna ukwazi something ke. At the same time it's important for me to buy ama veggies, right?
Yes, very important to buy.
So ngithekela ama veggies lawa izolo. So I want to talk to you about storage for ama vegetables wami. Yes, wona our look attractive. Inkinga yini? Because yabona that's why ngifuna ukukhuluma nawe today about the food poisoning. Because ngiworried ukuthi these don't look too
And
attractive.
wathenga izolo.
Ngwathenga izolo.
Okay.
So
Enye into esikhohlayo mesithenga izinto esitolo ukuzibheka zona if they're fresh. Right? From the shop itself. So when amuya esitolo uyabona ukuthi hayi man seyinje. Yabo? Esitolo wena bese ufike ekhaya and you still store it inje. Dala yaqala ukubola lento. Qala ukubola esitolo. So whenever you go shopping, you must look at the quality. You must buy what looks freshest to you. So the way ingakhona muyitshalile is the way it must look musu uyithenga estolo. Otherwise uzobumosha imali musu uthenga into enje.
Yes, but listen, ngeke ngakuzwa ukhuluma wathi it's important ukuthi ususele leya because of ama pesticides.
Yes, what happens is these are farmed in bulk in huge farms, right? So khona lapho there's pests, there's insects, there's whatever that eat this product. So what happens is bayawa sprayer. Sometimes those pesticides are not organic, meaning they're not really good for consumption. Yes. So le nhlamvu lezi, you need to always remove them before you actually get to this part. So usually it's just the outer layer. Ngoba uyabona ukuthi mase siskipha lezi.
Yeah. I compared.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And then yabona ke the soil on my hands. You must always wash your food. Always wash your food because there can still be living insects in here. You see, when you're feeding masses, even if it's just you, no pay and clean.
Yeah.
When you're feeding masses, always wash your food, always wash your hands. If I'm handling this, ne? And then next thing, whatever, there's some soil on my hands, that's another problem, man. So you must always wash your hands. After you handle a certain type of food, you need to wash your hands. See, busy wash and go, wash and go, wash and go.
It's such a basic thing, washes that, but it's amazing how not many people wash their hands.
Yes.
So she's got a follow-up question. Let's just check it out here.
All right.
Asmus.
Hape kopa o tseba hore na re tlo tseba jwang le ho kgetha dijo hore ntse di le maemong a right for bana.
Okay, Nyamus. Basically, Kabo, when you're looking at it, yabo, ngamehlo akho, just seeing it, you know that it's supposed to be, let's say an apple. You know an apple is supposed to be green. But then le apple man ipaliwe on the packet green apples, yabo. Mara le apple ngatli no buyelo. Manje when ufuna apple li green, mara le apple yellow bone. Awuzwisisi.
Ngicela sibe practical ngama fruits. So, na le apple li spetha ma yellow bone nama green.
Yeah.
So talk to me.
Yabona now, just like you say, spetha ma yellow bone nama green. Eli green nali.
Yeah.
Ne? Salbona sonke, it looks delicious, shine lihle. Let's take this one for instance. Yabo leli linjani. First of all, it's not the same color. Yabo? And then lena linama bruises and whatnot. Futhi bengathi kunelinye elibi kakhulu la. Yabo leli. Yabo leli linjani. Leli singasho nje ukuthi ayiselibolile asilifuni. Noma unganika umntwana le apple uzokutshela ukuthi ngeke ngikwazi yabo. So that's how you tell. First you look at the color. What's the color of the apple that you're buying supposed to be? It's written green, it must be green.
So whichever the greener the banana the better it is. Is that correct?
The greener the banana, it's not yet ripe. Yes.
So ngizolithenga
Algavuta.
Ngizolibeka endlini
Yes, lize livuthwa. Alright lawo, you can buy bananas like that ripen at home. Nokubhala ne-avocado eqinile. You share at home in a dark place and then they ripen at home.
So it's basic things ukuthi look at the fruit that you're buying and check into ungathengi into ebolile.
Yes, and also touch it. Yeah, boy, avocado gets soft.
Yes.
Me vuthiwe me right.
Yeah.
But then there's this point where it gets too soft.
Yes.
That means musu uyisiga, it's brown phakathi.
Yeah, no.
Ngathi papa.
Leyo siyayazi nawe ngithi ke wayidla iavo engathi ibrown. Ngiyabaza abantu baba. Kodwa ngifundile.
No, ngiyabonga. I hope nabo ekhaya bafundile.
Kodwa bazokwata ekhaya mababona this one. Yabona this izobakwatisa because ekhaya bayithanda kabi inyama.
Hey, inyama siyithanda sonke. Okay. First, same thing, yama fruits. Yabo? So I'd like you to test the nam. Yabo? Ngoba kudala sikhuluma mina nawe namhlanje.
Yes.
So mawuyibheka ngitheni? Mawuyibheka?
Okay, so number one, uyibheka.
Yes.
Number two?
Number two, if you're not sure, musu uyibheka. You see, obviously, inyama, there's some parts here, when it's exposed to oxygen, there's some parts here that will start going brown.
Yes.
Right? So, these places are businesses and they're just trying to move product. So, if I bought these things on the same day, and you can just clearly see umehluko wakhona, yabo. And uzothola ukuthi uthathe lena why ngoba I cheap or big special.
Yes.
That's another point engifuna ukutshela our viewers at home that how reka na memo specially. You must always watch out for the expiry date, first of all. And then second of all, these things that I've been teaching you, Konala.
Yes.
We share, ukuthi injani, you know, touch it through the packet, obviously, you know, come on. But touch it and look at it and always look at the expiry date. Because I'm a special move a product. Because why? Bafuna ukwenza imali. Nabo. Just as much as you don't want to do nabo bafuna ukulahla ukudla. Because mabalahle ukudla imali.
So if you buy something, let's say expire namhlanje, zama ukuthi uyipheke today.
Ipheke namhlanje. Nami ngiyathenga especially. Phela irandi sometimes liba low.
Nokuxeka.
Yabo?
Yeah.
So nami nginokuthenga especially and ngiyajabula mangiyibona vele. Then I just know ukuthi okay lokhu ngizokupheka namhlanje.
Yazi Palesa, inyama is such a sensitive subject. Ngoba abantu bethu bayithanda inyama like
I know sayithanda inyama yimpilo phela.
for example abanye basitshela ukuthi i-chicken ingcono. Yabona la?
Yebo.
Ushayekile. Lana amabele we-chicken, aka chicken breast.
Yes.
There's the good and then there's the bad.
Yes.
Angibonise Pali.
Okay. Both of these are not bad, right? But there is a fresher one. Not that the other one is necessarily bad.
So which one is, so one is fresher than the other?
Yes, one is fresher than the other. So especially on my breast, the pinker the breast, the fresher the breast, right? But then now this one, Lena, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of moisture on the plate.
Around it. Oh,
yes, there's a lot of
plate.
moisture around the plate. Usually when this starts, it's because inyama seyihlale efrijini for too long. In the fridge, not the freezer. Sakhumbula umehluko?
Yes.
In the fridge, not the freezer. Yes. What happens is that it gets a mucus. Yabo? It gets a mucus on it and then it feels too slimy. And then it's wet.
And how should it feel?
It shouldn't be dry, but it should be plump and moisture yakona should be locked inside. It shouldn't be sticky. Let me put it that way. Let me use that word. Once the moisture yakona iba sticky, and then also you smell it.
Smell it, yeah.
Izonuka sour and whatnot. Yabo. Ngiyabaza abanye they like to say no inyama muyiwasha nje.
Iba right.
Mengiwasha nje izophuma lesa
smell. Spices ngivale nje yonke lento klank, yeah.
Iphunga liphuma lapho. And this is actually one of the most high risk foods in terms of meat. This one and fish, very high risk in terms of giving you food poisoning because we tend to cook it with that mucus.
Yes.
This is a very, 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 almost more sensitive than the red meat.
Yeah.
This one is very, very sensitive, the chicken.
So take chicken along with fish as well?
Yes, along with fish. And that tipping engintshele ngayo before mengithi when you defrost in the fridge.
Yeah.
This one is high risk for that. Yeah, so you have to defrost this from the freezer to the fridge.
To the fridge.
Not a line.
Yo. Hi. Okay, so are you hoping ukuthi siyafunda la?
I'm hoping ukuthi ngiyafunda, otherwise ngcono ngekhaya nami.
Uthe ama high risk.
Ama high risk.
It's chicken and fish.
And fish, yes.
Nayo ke fish yethu.
Okay. So njengobubona, this one here, it's a bit red. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So that just means it's not that ibolile or whatnot, but these are things that you should watch out for. Even the eye is also turning red as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you gut a fish, when you take out the bones and whatever, because it's gutted, so
yes.
ama insides are kishiu and whatnot, right? So then now what happens is it sits long, and then the rest of the blood just starts to settle in. Fish is not a bloody animal, but the rest of the blood just starts to settle into the flesh of the meat.
Which is why iba red.
That's why iba red, lapho phezulu, right? And then muthi kabo, when you take back the scales, kanje, just do that. Yabo ibanjani. Ungayibulali feather sayifile vele. But jayibona leyo yenza kanjani. Now if you compare it,
are you saying the
yes, the scales, yes,
okay.
They're lifting.
Yes.
Right? Now when we look at this fish is not as red as
that
fish,
one. Yeah.
Yabo?
Yeah.
And then this one, when you take back the scales, asbuyeli njengalezi. You see? Asbuyeli njengalezi. As you can see. And then another thing that I can use to show you is that le fish le. Yes. This fish mubheka lana. These gills mengwa phakamisa anokuqina okuthize, ne? Then these ones is phakamisa ayaziphakamisa. Like it's just softer. So it's just all about feeling the fish. So fish is not that easy to tell, but the first thing you can tell is the color of it.
But I can only feel this
Yeah, because mufika gui fishmonger or wherever you're gonna buy your fish, ne? They don't obviously allow you to touch it.
Yeah.
So the best thing I can tell our viewers is that the fish's eyes must still be closer to white. Yeah, but there's a pupil, there's a black, yes, just like our eyes.
Yes.
Pupil is black or brown, then around it's white.
Okay.
So that's the same thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Woo! Hi, Skela, Liz. Okay. Oh, but listen, this was a lot of information. Got a very good information. It was basic things like Melissa is born and Nati Sizazi.
Yes,
you know?
Yes.
Well, in your time, go to Malebona Ufundile, I understand the writing. Wena khona ukuthile ukufundela la kule show mhlawumbe uyahlanza mhlawumbe une-diarrhea awazi ukuthi uphethwe yini usitshela ukuthi bakuloyile mhlawumbe you've got food poisoning mhlawumbe if unombono ofuna ukushare nathi ngena la uthi #Dijo Le Bophelo ku-Twitter uthi Dijo Le Bophelo ku-Facebook or email me dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. Le interview yami noPalesa is being posted online for Malebona ukuthi ayibone ayenza ama-notes. Now you can also log on usibukele futhi ku-YouTube. Just look for our page there, SABC Education uthi Dijo Le Bophelo. After the break sithi shwi sibuyela kuMalebona sizwe ukuthi ufundeni from i-conversation yami noPalesa. Stay tuned, siyabuya khona manje. Welcome back. Sisasa sonke la Dijo Le Bophelo ku SABC2. When we met Malebona earlier on in the show, ebefuna ukwazi ukuthi what is food poisoning and yini ekhoza i-food poisoning. She has seen a conversation yami no Chef Siyabela online. So ngifuna ukuthi sibele kuye sizwe ukuthi ucabangeni ngale conversation yethu. Did she learn anything? Let's listen to her.
Ke thabile haholo hore mophehi o re rutile hore dijo re di boloka jwang haholo nama re tshwanetse re boloke ho latela rona bana ba rona ba bakae le hore ho tlohella ntho hore re ne re ntshe nama ntse le ngata ebe re ntse re ntsha sehatsetsing e melta re pheta re busetsa hape ke thabile haholo le ho tseba hore ha ke ya mabenkeleng haholo ke lo reka nama ya kgoho hore ke tle ke bona hore e fresh e tshwanetse ya ba pink ka khala ga leboa Dijo Le Bophelo jalo ka ha Dijo Le Bophelo re ithutile dintho tse ngata ho tswa ho lona re ithutile ho boloka dijo le hore re tshwanetse re reke dijo tse fresh re tlo di preparela bana jwang e le hore re qobe the bacteria e re lidelang ho food poisoning. So now we are confident hore re tseba se re tshwanetseng hore ho se etsa ka dijo tsa bana.
Iphela kanjena ke ishow yethu namhlanje kodwa ningastress man niyazi ukuthi ishow yaqhubeka online awungiphonse ngetweet uthi #Dijo Le Bophelo or ungiface ku Facebook Dijo Le Bophelo or ungemail dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za ngizonithola da khona manje bakithi ningakhohlwa abantu ukuthi le show le yenzelwe nina ukuthi nisibuze yonke into enifuna ukuyazi ngokudla ngoba ngaphandle kwemibuzo yenu tololo iDijo Le Bophelo. So please buza noma yini ofuna ukuyibuza ngilahlele umbuzo ku social media or ungemail or ufake iteki lakho uye le eposini kwazi bani mhlawumbe umbuzo wakho will be chosen as the question of the week for next week's show. Masihlangane la kwa SABC2 for more Dijo Le Bophelo, same place same time, i date leyo uzobukhona. Bye bye.